أعزائنا المشاهدين وعبر قناة نورسات الفضائية وتلفزيون تليلومير، نحييكم من استوديو ماريا كريم من الأردن. تحية عاطرة نهديها لمشاهدينا الأعزاء. ومعنا اليوم نيافة المتروبوليت بروفيسور الدكتور كيناديوس متروبوليت سيسين البطريركية المسكونية في اسطنبول، وعضو والمنسق الأرثوذكسي للجنة الحوار الأرثوذكسي الكاثوليكي. Good morning, Your Eminence. We are glad to have you here with us today.
We also very appreciate and thank you for the invitation.
You're most welcome. Your Eminence, can you talk about the Joint International Commission for Theological Dialogue between the Orthodox Church and the Roman Catholic Church, which going to take place next week?
Yes, these days, mainly, yes. First of all, we are very grateful to be in Amman for this 13th session of the plenary of the Joint Commission for the first time in this lovely and historical country of Jordan. And we meet from tomorrow until the 23rd. This commission, as we call Joint, means that is in dialogue all the Orthodox churches, about 14 Orthodox churches, and also the Roman Catholic Church. We are coming here with representatives, so both sides, about 60 delegates from the churches, and to come here for our plenary work after 4 years that we didn't meet since 2010. The last meeting was in Vienna in Austria. This meeting, I think for those that don't know a little the history, has a long period of work, and I mean history, about 33 years, and the dialogue was initiated after the visit of the late Pope John Paul II came to Fanar, to Istanbul, for a courtesy visit, and after his visit was initiated, established this dialogue, and now we are almost 33 years. I mean, 3 decades of dialogue. Of course, it's not a very easy exercise. The perspective is that we meet both sides, the East and the West, with the perspective of the unity and the communion of our churches, which are separated since 16th centuries, even 17th centuries. And we try to overcome the obstacles and the hostilities of the past, and to come more closer, and also with God's will one day to be in a full communion. For this is the purpose also of this theological commission, joint commission. The theme that we have to discuss here in Amman is which was decided a couple of years ago, is the role of the Bishop of Rome on the first millennium. How was the Bishop of Rome exercise his power and also his ministry during the first centuries, and particularly the first millennium. And the specific topic that we have to touch in Amman is the synodality, I mean the collegiality, being together in a communion, the churches, and also the primacy. The primacy means the role of the primus, of the first. This, we have prepared a draft document by a preparatory committee of the dialogue just 2 years ago in Paris, in France, and we come here now as a plenary to discuss and to try to amend the paper and also to finalize. This is our purpose to be in Amman.
Yeah, that's great. Wishing you all the luck.
And we are the second time that the dialogue is on the area, on the Middle East. The first time was in 1993 in Balamand in Lebanon, and this is the second time in Jordan.
Yeah, okay. Your Eminence, are there any recommendations intended to be discussed or confirmed in this conference? You talked about the pillars of the conference and the theme.
Recommendations is we have to see how this document will be adopted from both sides and to be finalized in a good spirit of fellowship and also good understanding and collaboration. As I told you, this is our theological papers, our working papers that we have produced now since many, many years. Of course, these papers are not binding the churches, but they give the effort to the churches, to both sides, to reflect more deeply about our difficulty to be united, to be in a full communion. This is our goal. Of course, the path is very long and very costly, and we know that for both sides, but I think we will try to do the best. Particularly with the new Pope, Francis, who encourages also this dialogue. He has expressed this several times since his election, and also very recently, last May, when the Ecumenical Patriarch and Pope Francis met in Jerusalem to celebrate this 40th anniversary of even more than the first meeting of Paul VI and also the Patriarch Athenagoras. And this was an expression and a sign of good sign for more closeness for the two churches. The other thing which also was very encouraged and very bring the churches together was when the Pope Francis invited His Holiness the Patriarch, the Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, to come to Rome for the prayer for Middle East and for the region. This was a good sign of encouragement, and also that the Catholic Church does not continue alone, but also needs the support also of the local churches, other Christian local churches which are the Orthodox.
Your Eminence, you said 33 years, it's a long way and long path.
Yes.
Is there any objects or goals achieved during these 3 decades?
Yes, we have very, I say, encouraged and positive signs that after so many years of separation, centuries, and after the lift of anathemas in 1967, and also when the Second Vatican Council opened the doors of the Catholic Church to the world, and I mean to the ecumenical movement and to the relations with the other Christian churches and confessions, that we can sit together on the same table and to have a fraternal discussion, in spite of difficulties and sometimes the tensions, which are very normal, that in any dialogue we cannot, of course we are working in a peaceful atmosphere, but there are tensions because of disagreement of historical facts or theological difference. But we are two families. I think now after so many years with goodwill we continue this dialogue, in spite that we know on both sides that it's difficult and we go slowly, and we do hope that with God's will one day we can achieve our main goal, which is as I told you, full communion.
Your Eminence, we are passing through a state of unstabilized circumstances in the whole region. What is your observation about what is going on?
Yeah, now you touch a very painful issue, is the situation, the tragic situation which is happening in Middle East, in the region in particular. And we are in a very aware on that, all the Orthodox churches, particularly the Ecumenical Patriarchate, which is very close to the Middle East churches. And also in the dialogue we have to make a reference to that we came in a region that we have to express our solidarity. The question is to encourage Christians to strengthen them, to stay in the area, in the region, in order to strengthen the Christian presence more and more. We are also aware that about the refugees, that are living in unhuman situations sometimes and conditions in campus with children and homeless people, and also those that they lost their lives, innocent people that lost their lives for a peace process. We do pray that the great forces and those that really guide us on the political powers and so on to find out a peaceful way to solve the situation.
As I knew from the program, there is a full agenda these days. Can you tell us about the program and the visits you are going to
the full agenda? That's true. Tomorrow, the whole day, we meet the two families separate to discuss what is going on, which way we have to proceed. And then on the Wednesday morning, we go as a pilgrimage for the open session to Marktas, to the baptist place of Christ, and there will be the official opening and also His Beatific Patriarch Theophilus from Jerusalem will come, and also here authorities from the Jordan authorities and other church leaders. We have the opening there. And then we come back in the afternoon in the hotel in Landmark where we meet and we stay, accommodate for our working opening. We have also some little events outside of our work. Saturday evening we have to attend Orthodox, all the members, the Roman Catholic Mass. This is in our custom, which will take place in a Catholic Church of Mother of our Lord in Nazareth. And then we'll have to move all together. We'll go to a place where Catholics and Christians from Mosul are visitors in the country, and to meet them, and then we'll be hosted by the Nuncio, His Eminence, the Archbishop, the Nuncio. Sunday we'll go to the Greek Orthodox Cathedral for a liturgy here in Amman, and then a reception by the Metropolitan Benedictus. In the afternoon, again, we have to go to the Church of how you call, to Mount Nebo, and then to the Church of Map, and also to visit the Dead Sea and to have dinner there and to enjoy. And then Tuesday, people have to leave. We do hope that we have good results, in spite that we are aware that it will be a very difficult meeting, which will have to determine the whole procedure, continuation of the dialogue.
Your Eminence, what is expected to be performed with reference to the historical meeting between His Holiness Pope Francis and the Patriarch Bartholomeus of the Greek Orthodox that took place last May?
Yes, as I told you, that it was a good sign. First of all, that Pope Francis accepted to come to this meeting. It was also combined with his official visit to Israel and to Palestine and to Jordan, and also to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the first meeting of Patriarch Athenagoras, the Ecumenical Patriarch Athenagoras and Paul VI in Jerusalem. Yes, it was a very good sign, and it was a very fraternal. I was present in our delegation with the Patriarch Bartholomew. Everything was well organized, and I think both the two leaders, they were very deep appreciate to have this meeting, and particularly the beginning of the ministry as a Pope Francis. Also now in our days, just a few days ago, it was announced, this is confirmed now, that after the invitation of the Ecumenical Patriarch to Pope Francis, officially is coming to visit Turkey and the Ecumenical Patriarchate on the 30th of November, the day of St. Andrew, which is the patron of the patron feast, but also the patron of our church. these good signs which encourage also the dialogue and also the closeness, to be more close each other, Orthodox and Catholics, East and West. In spite of the dialogue, several churches, Orthodox, they have bilateral also relations and discussions with the Vatican, with the Roman Catholic Church. In many ways, they work together for projects. Also, like in the Middle East, there is the Middle East Council of Churches, where Catholics and also are members, Orthodox leaders, and they discuss and they deal with issues relating to the region and to the Middle East.
Well, we come to the end, so it was really a pleasure talking to you and interview. You will have the last word to say it before closing our interview. So, what's a message you want to
of this dialogue? And I think the only thing that we can say, first of all, we expect to have a good meeting. I mean, on the working side, with good and fruitful results, which will encourage us to continue for the future. But also would like to express our thanks, deep thanks and appreciation and gratitude to Jordanian authorities and to the palace, who really facilitate and they have done the all efforts possible for the organization, and also providing visas and all kinds of efforts to organize this meeting in this lovely and hospitable country like Jordan. And God bless and Jordanian people, and also peace to the area and to the region. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Eminence, for your time and this lovely interview. أعزائنا المشاهدين، كان معنا نيافة المتروبوليت البروفيسور كيناديوس متروبوليت سيسين البطريركية المسكونية في اسطنبول، وعضو ومنسق الأرثوذكسي للجنة الحوار الأرثوذكسي الكاثوليكي. نشكر لكم حسن استماعكم، وإلى لقاء آخر بإذن الله.